Today's video might be a little bit out there. However, depending on what your friends group is like, this may be a worthwhile activity doing to gain some outside perspective. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, I'm going to be floating an idea of how you could go about adding value to your house. At the end of 2021, I purchased a 1950s style home, and to be honest, it is a bit of a fixer-upper. And to carry this work out, I'm going to have to spend my time as well as my money, which are two things that I definitely do not like wasting, as you may already know if you've watched any of my previous videos here on the channel. From experience, I have learned as a rule of thumb that once renovations begin, they never really end. Meaning I could end up spending a small fortune to achieve the end result I'm after. A term that my dad often uses is that in order to do what you want with property, you need to have what is called or known as an open checkbook, which essentially translates to be ready to spend more money than you were originally intending to spend if you want to do it right, as well as the way you really want to do it. So deciding which projects to tackle first on your list that will have the biggest impact both functionally and aesthetically will be very important to get right as you go into this world of, let's call it renovating just to keep it simple. And I've actually made a list of all of the things that I want to get done over time once I move in, but to be honest, I haven't put a lot of thought into what order I should be doing them. Obviously, I'll be fixing anything that's broken, dangerous, or that could turn into a bigger issue if not actioned straight away. But then with the other pile of jobs, which we'll call them jobs that are not essential, I can choose to do them in any order I want. How do I filter through which ones I should be doing and which ones should I be doing first? And just to set the scene of some jobs that I would deem non-essential would be things like renovating rooms of the house, which are a bit outdated but have nothing functionally wrong with them. These would usually be spaces like your bathrooms or your kitchen. Sometimes landscaping comes to mind, and within these spaces you might be replacing old fixtures and updating them with new ones, things like your carpets or potentially your windows. So with context out of the way, what is my crazy idea for how to gain perspective of which ones are going to be worthwhile sinking my time and money into, that will have the greatest impact on improving the spaces that I plan to entertain my friends in and enjoy myself as the years go on. When I move in, I'm planning to have a group of my close friends come over for a small gathering, but with a twist. I plan to hand each of them a clipboard with a piece of paper on there that will have sections to be filled out, and each of these pieces of paper will remain anonymous. I'll ask them to then walk around the house and write down anything they notice that either needs to be fixed or, let's use the word, improved in their honest opinion, and I'll put some emphasis on it as well that there are no wrong answers. This will give me two pieces of very important information. The first being, what is everyone noticing that needs to be improved or fixed? What is the most common thing that I need to actually put some time and effort into because everyone is seeing it? Knowing this will help me prioritize which jobs I tackle first, which is important to me because if they are seeing it and everyone is seeing it and I've already seen it, let's say it's on my list as well, then I'm going to make sure that that is a high priority. And the second thing is they may notice something that I might not have put any thought into. They may notice something based off of their previous experiences that could save me a lot of money should this thing that could be fixed now actually end up breaking in the future and doing a lot of damage to the house because it wasn't actioned when it needed to be. This one is an important one, especially with older style homes, where it's not as common with new style homes because generally a new house shouldn't have as many underlying issues. Be aware of this one. I think this benefit of doing this activity is going to be one that definitely should not be underestimated. Now, I can imagine that doing an activity like this might be a little bit confronting and potentially insulting. However, if you put the emphasis on it, that it's something that is supposed to be interactive with your friends to identify any common issues, anything that definitely should be potentially higher on your to-do list, the outcome from it will definitely be a positive one. And my suggestion, if you were interested in doing something along the lines of this, would be to have fun with it. I plan to host something like a wine and cheese night where everyone brings a board, we enjoy some nice food, and we make it a little bit of an interactive and fun experience. I'm someone that's relatively hard to offend, so I think it would be a really positive outcome, and I think everyone would have a bit of fun. The friends that don't really want to participate, so be it, that's fine, but I definitely have have some that would come around and rip my house to shreds, which I'm kind of looking forward to because then I can then go away and do that work over time to make it more homey, safer, less crumbly is a way that I might put it. But yeah, the overall intention is for me to identify where I can improve things and then how I can prioritize making it better without spending a small fortune on things that are not important to do. Overall, I don't anticipate that they would take too long to populate that list. And what's even crazier is that when you consider that they might find something that could save you tens of thousands of dollars in the future because of it being an issue now that could get really much worse over time, finding it now by doing a little bit of an activity that could potentially humiliate yourself is a way I might put it. You have to really think about the benefits that you could gain from doing such a simple exercise. To wrap up today's video, I have a feeling that I will be making a follow-up video to today's to show you what the outcomes from my original list of what I want to do to the house and how that compares to what my group of friends who come through and critique the house have actually come up with. And then I'll be very interested to see how they differ and by how much. It'll be very interesting to see where people's priorities lie, because I'll probably have about 20 people come through to do this exercise. So if you were interested in seeing what that update looked like, feel free to subscribe to the channel and come back once I release it in the near future. That is pretty much where I'm going to leave you today though. I hope that today's video was insightful. I know it was a little bit out there, it was a little bit wacky, but hey, I'm gonna do it. Thought I may as well talk about it here on the platform. That's where I'm gonna leave you. So have a good day, have a good week. And as always, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.